Well, we have another new addition to the shop here. This is a 1956 Packard 400, actually called the 400, but everyone calls it 400. This is newly acquired to me. This car has been stored indoors for a long time. Had a repaint in the past, at least one. The paint code originally is code MR, which is Dover White and Mojave Tan. So Dover White on the top and on the bottom, and the paint here is pretty close to what it should be. I can't tell if this has been repainted on the top or not. On the bottom, for sure it has. The Mojave Tan part has been repainted at least once, and what we have on here is a little more brown than what it typically should be. Looking in on the door panels here, on the sides of the door, you can see it's a little more of a copper kind of orange color. You can see the difference here between this color up on the top and this on the bottom. And it doesn't show up super well in the camera anyways. But body overall is fairly straight. There's a couple little dings here and there, but not a whole lot. I don't know what sort of body work was done in the past with the repaint, if they just scuffed and painted or if they did any sort of body work or anything with it. But eventually I'll have it repainted to the correct color. The 56 Packards were the last ones before Packard merged with Studebaker, and the 57s and 58s were essentially rebadged Studebakers that had the Packard name on them with a few differences. But this is the last year of Packard by itself. These cars differed from the previous generations from 51 to 54, which is this over here is a 54, in quite a few areas. So the 54s and earlier all had straight 8s. So if you look on this car here, big old straight 8. And they all had variations of this all the way back into the 30s and such. They did have some 6-cylinder straight 6s back then as well. This is a 38, and you can see it's a big straight 8. There's no distributor on it right now, so working on getting that repaired. But the 55s and 56s had Packard's new V8. They were a little late out of the gate in getting that done. There we go. Hood is much heavier. And on the 400, the V8 is a 374 cubic inch V8. It's very big. I believe in that year it was the largest production V8 available of any manufacturer. So big engine, and it developed 290 horsepower in this version. The Caribbeans had 2 carbs, and with that they were able to generate, I think, 310 horsepower. So not too bad. This is paired with Packard's Ultramatic gearbox. For the 56, it's called the Twin Ultramatic. So it fixed a lot of the problems that were found in the 55 version, and was overall a better transmission. So still an automatic, and with that wasn't the fastest thing around, but lots and lots of power, lots of torque. The other interesting thing that Packard had on their higher end cars in 55 and 56 is called Torsion-Level suspension. And what that is there are no springs here on the car, front or rear. There are shock absorbers, but no springs. The front is connected to the back with a bar, a torsion bar, that connects the front and the rear wheels on both sides. And so as one wheel hits a bump, it transfers that energy to the other wheel and prevents the car from bucking, going up and down hard over bumps. So when it's working properly, it should be floating a little bit more, kind of like a cloud. The other thing that these had is they had automatic load leveling with the torsion level. So it's an electrical system that is pretty intricate, it's pretty fun. And when the rear is loaded up, or when the car is loaded, it drops the back down, and it automatically senses that, and it will bring the car back up to level. And conversely, if it's too high in the back, it will bring it back down to level as well. So that's done by a series of relays. There's a separate motor underneath the car that turns some gears that then connects to some torsion bars that raise and lift the car as needed. So if I put some weight out here on the back and give it about 5 seconds or so, you'll hear that relay kick in, and you can see the car is now leveling itself. And we're level. So if you let go, now it'll lift it up higher, and about 5 seconds or so, it should kick in and kick itself back down. I'm still having a problem on that end of the system that I'm going to have to go through and figure out. So almost have it working completely. It was non-functional when I got it. So making some progress there. Now looking inside, the 400 is a 2-door hardtop model, similar to my 54 Panama here, basically the same body style. These had a very ornate interior. Lots of chrome in the 56s. You can see we have some chrome headliner bows up here, chrome all the way along the doors and next to the windows as well. Some chrome panels back there. Lots of chrome along the door panels as well. The dashboard is just beautiful. Lovely chrome, and then the dashboard itself, you can kind of see it here if you look closely. It's got this nice pattern to it within the metal itself, and this is all kind of a gold color. It's a little faded on this car, but it's not too bad there. Up here on the dash, this is leather, nice dash pad for safety. This leather is original. It is fairly hard, and it's got some cracks that are forming in it, but overall still in decent condition. It has been repadded in the past, but this is still the original leather. This car has Packard's push-button transmission. Instead of using a selector to go from gear to gear, you have actual push buttons here that connect to a motor underneath, and that is what changes the gears within the transmission. Now my unit is having some issues. I'm going to have to go through and figure out how to make the adjustments necessary so everything works properly, but that's going to be a subject of a later video here. Beautiful crest right inside the steering wheel there as well. This interior has been redone with materials from SMS, so this is all the correct pattern on the seats. If you look closely at the pattern, there's some nice gold thread that's weaved throughout and gives it a really fun kind of view, especially in the sun as it glints off of it. Now originally all these parts up here, this was originally all leather. This is not. This is vinyl now, mostly due to cost, but it's good vinyl and it's going to do the trick for me. The headliner in here is original and it's still in good shape. So there's no tears anywhere. It is a little discolored, a little old, but overall still looking very nice. The sunshades are also original. So original leather up here and such. It is a little hard, but again in good shape. So yeah, the interior on these things is quite spacious, very similar to the Panama. The front seat is a power front seat, and it has controls to move forward, backwards, up and down. This one is working okay. I have a few adjustments I need to make to it, but it is mostly done. So there's not much I need to do to the interior on this car. Overall, it's basically where it needs to be. A little bit of cleanup, a little polishing, and that really should be about it. Carpet is new as well, and close to the original color and pattern, a little bit different, but not bad. These cars also had power windows on all 4 sides. Let's see if I remember which one is which here. Yeah, there you go. So, electric motor, moves it up and down, and they work fairly well. All 4 of them are in operable condition, but just beautiful seats. I mean, just look at those patterns. Got the nice chrome, nice crest and emblems. That's one of the themes about this car is there's a lot of emblems and crests around. You can see it here on the pillars in the rear. All the lettering on this car should be gold, and most of these are faded, so that'll need to get redone. The trunk is massive, even bigger than the 51 to 54s. These cars are definitely longer. Now this car originally had dual rear antennas. This one is not original and already broken off. There was supposed to be one on this side. It does have the mounting and the hole for it, but it was covered up sometime in the past with a repaint. That's going to get exposed again, and I will get the antennas replaced so that it has all the options available. A couple of other spotting features for the 56 are these big hooded headlights. So the 55s didn't have the hoods. 56 does. The front bumper on the 55 had these big bumperettes a little further in. On the 56, they're out on both sides. Going towards the back, both the 55 and the 56 are these gorgeous cathedral taillights. Tall, beautiful. Both of them also had the exhaust coming through the tips of the bumper on both sides. A fun feature, but definitely messes up the chrome. Chrome on this car it's okay. There's some dents in the bumpers. I've got a replacement rear bumper that I'm going to put on that's a little bit better. Some definite pitting. You can see it here on some of the tail lights. I've got it on the combs on the side. Right here, quite a bit of pitting. Most everything else is fairly clean. Stainless is not bad. All of the stainless here in the middle, most of the black paint has worn off. So all that's going to have to get cleaned up and then repaint all the lines in between, front to back. Front bumper, the upper is not too bad, the grille's not too bad. This bumperette here needs to be replaced. And then I've got bends all the way down the lower bumper from bumper jacks. So try to straighten that if I can, or I'm going to have to look for another option there. But overall, car is in good condition. It's been driven some, but it's also sat for a while. A lot of the systems have been gone through in the past. I'm going to have to go through a bunch of them again to get things back to reliable status. I plan on driving this car quite a bit, using it for some touring, some family trips, and just having fun with the kids and things. Date night with the wife, all that good stuff. That in conjunction with the 54 are going to be some nice cruising cars. Hoping to get the 38 back up and running this year. But yeah, this is it's about the max that I can fit. So this might be my last project here for a while. But I will have more videos coming soon on different systems. Next one up is going to be the Torsion-Level. After that, we'll see. But we'll go through this whole car and get it up and running. It's February right now, and we're looking at driving season beginning, hopefully April, if we're lucky, depending on what the weather is going to do for us. So I've got a couple of months to get it going, and we will. Thanks for watching.